Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Eat Up Mondays. I pray that all of you guys are doing well. I pray that all of you guys had a great and fabulous weekend. Listen, do not forget to like this video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button. After you click the subscribe button, you're going to also want to click the bell. It will notify you every time we upload a video. Listen, today our foundation scripture is going to be Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7. So without further ado, guys, I am starving. I pray that you are starving as well. So let's dig in. Galatians chapter 6 and 7 reads, "Be not deceived." In other words, do not allow you to play yourself or allow yourself to fool yourself or be fooled by someone else or fooled by the devil, fooled by whoever. It says, be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. The scripture says God is not mocked. That word mock there means to defy. Defy means to challenge. To make futile. The word futile means useless, ineffective, worthless, or unsuccessful. To defeat. So what is that word mock there saying? God cannot be challenged. He cannot be rendered ineffective or unsuccessful. He cannot be defeated. For whatsoever you soweth, that shall you also reap. And I just wanted to encourage you guys, make sure that you are out there doing the right thing. Make sure that you are out there making the right decisions, because whatever it is that you plant into your flesh, if you read the next scripture, verse 8, whatever it is that you soweth into your flesh, you're going to reap corruption. And whatever it is that you sow into the spirit, it will reap life everlasting. And to sow is to plant for growing or to deposit. So make sure that whatever it is that you are depositing in this life, whatever it is that you are doing, make sure that you are doing it towards the Spirit of God, or for the benefit of your spirit, because the things that we sow into the spirit, spending time with God, reading his word, praying, those are the things that are going to reap, in other words, to harvest, to gather in, to gain life everlasting. But those things that we are sowing into the flesh, they're only going to reap corruption, which is evil, perversion, sinfulness, wickedness. So I wanted to encourage you guys and remind you guys that there is always going to be consequences to our actions. So make sure that the actions that you are taking, that they are resulting, because that's all consequence means, is a result or outcome of an action. It doesn't always have to be a negative outcome, but if we are out here planting the wrong seeds, it is going to reap the wrong harvest. And I just wanted to encourage you guys to stay the course. If you read verse 9, if you read Galatians 6 and 9, the scripture says, "And let us not be weary in" what? "In well doing, for in due season we shall reap." The scripture says in due season, if you keep doing the right thing and doing what God has told you to do, it says in due season you shall reap. If you faint not, you will harvest, you will gather in, you will gain. If you faint not, in other words, if you don't allow yourself to grow weary, because a lot of times when, things are taking too long to happen, when doors are taking too long to open, when change is taking too long to come, sometimes it will cause us to faint. It will cause us to get weary. And that's when we will begin to find ourselves planting bad seeds. So as verse 9 says, listen, let yourself, not be weary in your well doing, for in due season, it says you shall reap. We shall reap. In other words, that word shall there means you will. This is a promise. If you faint not. Last verse 10 says, "As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, unto the men who are of the household of faith." So I just wanted to encourage you guys, listen. Make sure whatever you find yourself doing in this life, that you are planting the right seeds towards your harvest. I know a lot of times when we hear these scriptures, we always hear it from a monetary place, especially in churches. We hear these scriptures and, the immediate thing we go to is what it is that we're planning financially. And that's not necessarily what this scripture is talking about. It is talking about what is it that you are sowing, towards your flesh, and what is it that you are sowing towards your spirit. Because guess what, guys? If you don't, if you're not careful, you're going to find yourself planning some things that is going to reap corruption and is going to be hard to come out of. So make sure, guys, that you are out here doing the right thing, planting the right seed, because there are always going to be consequences to our actions, good and bad. And I just believe that somebody needed to hear that. Somebody out there, you were thinking about making a decision, thinking about making a move, possibly thinking about going back to something God delivered you from, or a person that God may have delivered you from. Listen, don't do it. Don't grow weary in your well-doing. Keep doing what it is that you have been doing in the Lord, for in due season you will reap if you faint not. So listen, know that I love you guys, and I always enjoy our meals together. It is always a pleasure and an honor for me to share with you, to sit down, to chop it up. So just thank you. Thank you for all of you guys that's been joining in and been commenting, liking and subscribing and sharing the videos. It has truly been a blessing. So listen, guys, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Love you guys. And until the next time we share a spiritual, beautiful meal together, shalom.